For 30 years, the United Nations Space Command defended humanity against the Covenant, a merciless alien alliance that sought to remove anyone or anything that might stand in the way of their ultimate goal. The discovery and activation of powerful and ancient artifacts left behind by a mysterious race called the Forerunners. The most important of these relics was an array of Ringworld weapons called Halo. Machines that, as Covenant doctrine held, would usher the faithful into godhood when activated. While countless heroes emerged to play their part in humanity's survival during the conflict, the most significant was easily that of Spartan super soldier Master Chief Petty Officer John 117, accompanied at the close of the Covenant War by the incredibly advanced AI known as Cortana. Against incredible odds, the Master Chief and Cortana secured victory for humanity against the Covenant, but at great cost. In the aftermath, the Master Chief and Cortana had been stranded aboard the UNSC frigate Forward Unto Dawn, lost and adrift in the remote darkness of uncharted space. In the years that passed after the war, humanity eagerly began the long process of rebuilding, leveraging aspects of reclaimed Forerunner technologies to advance faster and farther than before. Colonies were rebuilt, civilization was resurrected, hope was rekindled. With the Covenant Empire in disarray, the elites, one of the founding members of the Alien Alliance, found themselves divided in the absence of clear direction or purpose. Some stood with leaders, like the Arbiter, who believed that peace and partnership with humanity was the only way to heal old wounds and return honor to his people. Others, however, seized the opportunity to remake the Covenant in their own image, hoping to revive the war machine and elevate their race as the rightful heirs to the Forerunner legacy. 5 years later, in 2557, the remains of the Dawn drifted toward an unexplored Forerunner installation called Requiem. It was here that the Master Chief and Cortana found themselves on a massive artificial world filled with wonder and mystery, but also with sleeping secrets buried for 100 millennia. After reuniting with the UNSC and its new and powerful warship, Infinity, the Master Chief and Cortana faced off against a powerful Forerunner commander called the Didact, and the long-dormant remnants of his Promethean army, once more claiming victory against impossible odds. This time, however, the pairing would not escape unscathed, as Cortana sacrificed herself to save the Chief. Following the Didact's defeat, the new generation of Spartan 4 super soldiers aboard the Infinity continued the campaign on Requiem against a resurgent Covenant force operating under the leadership of an elite commander named Jul Mdama, who desperately attempted to wrest away control of the fast-awakening Forerunner legacy. Though the UNSC would eventually emerge victorious, Mdama escaped with one of the UNSC's most valuable assets in his possession, Dr. Catherine Halsey, the creator of the Spartan program and one of the most powerful minds in the galaxy. After his victory against the Didact, the Master Chief John 117 was reunited with his fellow Spartans within Blue Team. The members of Blue Team, Frederick 104, Kelly 087, and Linda 058, had been John's teammates and closest companions since childhood, when they were all conscripted at 6 years old into the Spartan 2 program by Dr. Halsey. Now together once more, Blue Team has been reassigned to some of the UNSC's highest priority missions. Also at the UNSC's disposal are talented and lethal squads comprised of top operatives from the newest generation of Spartan super soldiers. One of these squads, Fireteam Osiris, has been tasked with tracking down and retrieving Dr. Halsey from the Covenant's clutches. Led by Jameson Locke, Fireteam Osiris includes Olympia Vale, Holly Tanaka, and Edward Buck, representing a new chapter in the Spartan legacy. A chapter the UNSC hopes will finally lead to lasting peace and safety for humankind as they reclaim their legacy and place in the galaxy.
Play the greatest games lineup in Xbox history.